Have you ever just stopped and thought about how scientists keep track of the millions and millions of species on our planet? I mean, from the tiniest microbe to the biggest blue whale, every single living thing has its own special place in this huge, organized system. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and unlock the secrets of this universal library for all of life.
All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with the big, chaotic challenge of just how much life there is on Earth. Then we'll get into the really elegant solution scientists came up with, a kind of 7-level ladder for classifying everything. We'll zoom right in on the power of a scientific name, and then you'll see how this whole system is really about mapping the incredible family tree of life itself.
Okay, first things first, let's really get our heads around the problem. Our planet is absolutely buzzing with millions of different species, and for scientists all over the world to be able to study them, to talk to each other about them, they desperately need a shared language, because without one, it's just complete chaos.
And really, this is the core question, isn't it? If you've got a biologist in Brazil and another one in Japan studying what they both think is the same type of frog, how can they really be sure? As you're about to see, just using common, everyday names is a recipe for disaster. And here is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. You say gopher in most of North America, and people think of a small, furry rodent. But say gopher in the southeastern US, and you're talking about a tortoise, a reptile. See? This kind of confusion is something science just can't have. So a whole new system was needed. So what was the solution? It's this brilliant, universal classification system. You can think of it like a global address book for every living thing, where each species gets its own unique address that means the exact same thing to every scientist, no matter where they are in the world. The science that makes all this possible is called taxonomy. It sounds a little technical, but it's really just the fascinating job of naming, defining, and sorting every organism out there based on what it has in common with other organisms. This is how we find the beautiful, hidden order in all of nature's complexity.
So how does this whole system actually work? Well, it's a hierarchy. Picture a set of nesting dolls, or maybe a ladder with 7 main rungs. We're going to follow one animal all the way down this ladder, going from the biggest, most general category all the way down to the most specific. And here they are, the 7 major levels, or what scientists call taxonomic ranks. You start super broad at the top with kingdom. Then, with every step you take down, through phylum, class, order, family, and genus, the groups get smaller and more exclusive until finally you land on one single, unique species.
Now this is where it all starts to make sense. Let's trace the gray wolf using one of these taxonomy charts. Okay, so it starts in kingdom Animalia, along with all the other animals. Then we get more specific. It's in phylum Chordata, because, yep, it has a backbone. It's in class Mammalia, because it has fur and produces milk. Order Carnivora, it's a mediator. And you just keep going, getting more and more specific until, bam, you land on the single species, Canis lupus.
Now those last 2 levels we just saw, genus and species, they are absolutely crucial. Why? Because together they create an organism's unique scientific name. This 2-part name is the secret to the whole system's precision.
The official term for this is binomial nomenclature, and all that means is two-name naming system. Bi means two, and nomen means name. It's a simple idea, right? But it's so powerful. It gives every single species a unique identity that works everywhere. And the formula never changes. It's always the genus, which is capitalized, followed by the species, which is lowercase. So for our gray wolf, that's Canis lupus. And you see how it's in italics? That's the correct scientific format, and it's recognized by scientists all over the globe.
But wait, why Latin? I mean, nobody really speaks it anymore, right? Well, that's actually the whole point. Because it's a dead language, it's totally neutral. It doesn't belong to any one country. Plus, its meanings are fixed in stone. They're not going to change over time like words in modern languages do, and that ensures total precision for centuries to come.
Okay, but here's the coolest part. This system is so much more than just a fancy naming convention. By grouping organisms based on things they share, it tells a hidden story, the story of their evolutionary relationships. It's literally a map of the entire family tree of life.
Just look at this. It's a comparison between a lion and a common house cat. They share the same kingdom, the same phylum, class, order, and even the same family. They're both in the cat family, Felidae. So you know they're incredibly close relatives. The split, The point where they go their separate ways only happens at the genus level. This chart shows us exactly where their evolutionary paths diverged. How cool is that?
And that is the real magic of taxonomy. It's not just about putting life into a bunch of neat little boxes. It's about understanding how every living thing is connected through a shared history, one that stretches back billions of years. It's a tool for seeing the grand, epic story of evolution.
So this system gives us a framework, not just for the life we already know about, but for all the life we haven't even found yet. I mean, every single year, scientists discover new species and they place them onto this ever-growing, ever-expanding tree. It's a reminder that the story of our planet is far from over, which kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What new branches will we find next?